What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with a very special guest. I have undefeated Sadam World Kid Ali. How are you doing today?
Doing great. Just relaxing.
Much needed relax after a beautiful performance. So, last weekend on the Bernard Hopkins card, it was do or die for you. You faced Luis Carlos Abregu, and a lot of people consider that to be a big step up for you. You actually replaced James Kirkland, Gabe Rosado on the Hopkins Kovalev card. So, the stage was set, lots of pressure, and you passed with flying colors. So, was the fight easier than you anticipated?
Well, yeah, it was a big step up for me. Everybody was waiting for me to step up. Carlos Abregu is a tough fighter. He's very strong. If you're not focused the whole fight, you can get caught and you can get hurt. So I just stayed focused and stuck to my game plan. It was still hard. He kept trying to come, and I had to keep moving. I felt some of his power, but good thing I stayed away from most of his punches. But I still felt he had power. If I would have stood there, I would have been in trouble. But I got in, got out, made him miss, I made him pay.
All right.
So I wouldn't say it was easier than I expected, but I just performed like I was supposed to. Everything, the game plan worked.
Okay. And I noticed you look real swift in there, very slick, good speed. You showed good power. Some people were surprised that you had power to stop someone who's battle tested like Abregu. Do you think people underrate your power?
I'm not sure. Maybe some people do, but I've always known I've had a power going into my full career. I mean, as an amateur, I was really just mostly speed. I do a lot of combinations, but as I'm growing into a man, my power is really developing, and I'm turning my punches over right. So that's where my power is coming from.
Okay.
I think that might have shocked Abregu a little bit. He wasn't expecting me to also be able to trade with some power shots as well.
Definitely. And what I noticed in the beginning of the fight, the crowd was getting restless. They started to boo. I try to explain to people that as a fighter, you got to take your time, especially when you're in against a battle-tested big puncher like Abregu. You got to take it easy and, put some things together. So when you're in the ring, do you even hear distractions like boos? And if so, how do you block it?
Honestly, I knew I had to feel them out the first couple of rounds. I didn't want to run into anything early. I had to, get my rhythm going. And I knew, most of the people that were going to boo was probably people that was his fans. They want me to grow with him. They don't want me to move and make him miss. So, that didn't affect me at all. I just ignored it. And in my head, I was like, towards the ending of the round, things should pick up more and they should be happy. And that's what happened. But I didn't let that bother me at all. This is a huge fight for me, and I got to do what I got to do to win. And it doesn't matter what his fans think and everybody booing. That doesn't matter. As long as I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Perfect answer. And you definitely did that. So since your breakout performance, are there any particular names you would like to fight next? Not saying it will get done, but that you would like?
Well, I don't know. I'm leaving it to Golden Boy. See what they have for me next. I'm taking it day by day.
Okay. And then you also had a chance to be a part of an Olympic team. How was that experience? And do you remember any current stars from back in the Olympic days?
Well, yeah, the Olympics was amazing. I was underestimated on that as well. A lot of people didn't think I would make it. My first fight in the Olympic trials was with Terrence Crawford. It was a great fight, but I had to make a statement. I did. I made the Olympic team, man. That's the best thing you can do as an amateur is be an Olympian, and I accomplished that. So that was a beautiful feeling. But yeah, I was close with most of the Olympians. Rashid Warren, Javier Molina, Michael Hunter. He's starting his career right now too. His pro career started a little late, but he's getting that. He's getting to it. Well, Dante Wilder, he's doing his thing. He's knocking everybody out. That was ridiculous. So I mean, all the guys are pretty much doing good.
All right, and you're currently working out of Brooklyn. You spar with up-and-comer Frankie Galarza. Have you ever got any work in with any other big names or anybody else you're working with?
For this training camp, no. But I've had worked with some people before. I've worked with Kendall Holt before. Me and Paulie Malignaggi got a lot of rounds in. I worked with Shane Mosley when it was a very long time ago though. Who else? That's all I can really think of right now.
Okay. And then what's the situation with your relationship with Golden Boy Promotions and your thoughts on the Cold War? Is it a pact? Are you signed to him?
Yeah, well, I'm with Goldie. I'm signed with them. Everything's going well. Golden Boy's doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're great promoters, and I'm happy with them right now. And the Cold War is the end. and that is beautiful. Like I've always said, I feel the promoters. It would be nice if all of them got along. But too bad it's not that way. But the fact that we can bring these two back together is beautiful. It's better for the fighters. It's better for the fans. We can make better fights.
I definitely agree with that notion. And then on the HBO telecast, when they were doing your bio, you stated that you grew up idolizing Prince Naseem Hamed. Personally, that's one of my all-time favorites. He had speed, confidence, one of the best showmen and entertainers. So what was it that attracted you to the Prince?
Oh, I mean, he just made it look so fun. The way he came out, he's just so entertaining. He has crazy power. He's a small guy, but he's very, very fast. He's Yemeni. I'm Yemeni as well. I mean, it was just growing up watching him. I was just inspired, and it was just like, man, I want to be like him. That's I want to try that. I want to do that. Can I do it? I didn't know, and I went to the gym, and from there, I kept climbing that ladder, and I made it up. And yes, I can do it, and so could somebody else. And I want to make that statement. All these little kids there's some kids that look up to me, or they look at me and they're like, I want to be like him. Look, I did it. I tried to be like Prince Naseem, and look, I'm making it. I'm doing what I have to do. I'm climbing that ladder. People are getting to know me now. So I mean, if you have a dream, I think you should stick to it. There's nothing you can't do if you put the time in.
Perfect. All right. So my next question is a touchy subject. So your background, you're Yemeni, Arabic. There's a lot of narrow-minded people who spew ignorance. Being a New Yorker post 9/11 is definitely a difficult time for all New Yorkers. Did you personally face any type of challenges with your career as a result of racism or any kind of lingering stereotypes?
Thankfully, no. I haven't had any of that at all. I'm a humble guy. I don't mess with anybody, and nobody messes with me. I mean, the only thing they would do when I was younger, they would play around with my name as a joke, say Sadam Hussein, but that's nothing. So I never really had that problem.
Perfect. So for the fans that are just getting to know you, what can we expect from you in the future?
Expect a great fighter. Expect a humble guy, a person that respects all, and an exciting fighter. Somebody who's different.
And where can fans, if they want to stay in touch with you with updates, where can they go?
They can go to my Instagram, which is the World Kid Ali, and my Twitter is @RealWorldKidAli.
All right, perfect. All right, brother, I want to wish you great luck and success in the future. I really appreciate you taking the time out, and you had a splendid performance against Abregu. So much props to that. You proved a lot of the doubters wrong, and I'm looking forward to your next move. We'll be in touch.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
All right, take care.